A map has a scale of 1.5 inches equals 35 miles. The distance between two cities on a map is 5 inches. You have driven 85 miles. Approximately how many more miles must you drive before you reach your destination? How many more? Yep, you got to subtract. So, here's the deal. We need to know it says, how many more miles must you drive before you reach your destination? So, you're going to have to start with how many miles total. And subtract how far you've driven. But we don't know how many total miles you have because all you have is a map. And this word scale is your key word. So if you didn't circle it the first time, you need to go back and underline, highlight, or circle it. If it has the word scale, it will either give you a scale factor or it will give you a proportion. This does not say the word scale factor, so you have a proportion. Half of your proportion is right here. Here's where they trick you. I have the number 5 and the number 85. And 5 is even on the end of the line, so it's really easy to forget or miss. But it's important because 85 miles is how far you've driven. Five inches, is what the map gives you. It's tricky, right? So you have to multiply 1.5 times x and 35 times 5. You're not done with 175. Now you need to, hang on 1 minute. All better. Plugged in. You need to solve this equation. So you are going to divide both sides by 1.5. These cancel out. This you're going to top and bottom out. Now, when you divide decimals, you do not want to leave a decimal hanging out here. You're going to move it to the back, which means you're going to move this decimal too, even though you don't see it. If there is no decimal, where does it go? It goes at the end like a sentence. So your decimal starts here. And you moved this one time, so you have to move this one time. And that means a 0 goes in there, and this decimal goes straight up. Almost immediately when you start doing this division problem, you're going to find your answer. Like if you did all of this right, you didn't even have to finish your division problem. The very first number is going to show you what your answer is. Number 12 says, Mrs. Madrigal's savings account has a balance of $275.22. She withdraws $45.87 every month for her guitar lessons and supplies. If no money is added to the account, how many months can she pay for her lessons before the account balance is zero? Guys, this is a division problem. Usually with withdrawals and checks and deposits and all that, it's addition and subtraction. But the question says how many months. So you are going to divide which means you move this decimal 2 times and this decimal 2 times. Now I am not even going to lie, that is a beast of a problem. The other way you could do it, you know one of these answers goes up here, right? And what's the opposite of division? Multiplication. So you can either do one division problem and find your answer, or if it's ugly like this, you could do 4 multiplication problems. Because one of these will give you $275.22. Now, I cannot tell you which one's easier. I would prefer to multiply than divide, but your brain might be different than mine. You can either do 1 big division problem or 4 kind of big still multiplication problems. So on your paper, I would take 1 division problem or all 4 multiplication problems to get your credit back. Number 13 says the temperature changed -54 degrees in 12 hours. What is the average rate of change? This is division 2. So 54 in 12 hours. Here's the trick. If this were a griddable, they would be checking for your negatives, right? Because tic-tac-toe. The good thing is all of ours are negative already. Haha, that's kind of nice. Go ahead and work that out. Number 14 says a 12-ounce can of soup costs $1.49. What is the unit cost? That is also a division problem. When we're talking about units, unit rate, average, cost per pound, rate of change, all of that is a division. So it's money per ounce. Even though 12 is bigger than $1.49, $1.49 goes in the box, which means your decimal has to go straight up. All right. 15 says the price of video games was reduced from $60 to $54. By what percentage was the price of the video game reduced? So, bing, bing, bing. Percent means proportion. Reduced is like percent change, percent increase, percent decrease, discount, reduce, tax, tip, all that, right? So we know we need a percent. We are looking for the percent it reduced. Did it reduce $60 or $45? Neither one. It went from 60 to 45. So you're going to subtract. And that number goes here. If you did all that right and you still got it wrong, you may have used the wrong original. Original goes down here. What's the original number? Was the video game $60 originally or $45 originally? $60 originally. So now you have to multiply 15 times 100 and 60 times x. Once you have that multiplication done, you're going to divide. And make sure when you divide, it's top and bottom out. Don't lose track of those zeros.